Shame, 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 Sitaira, shame, 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 Sitaira, shame, 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 Sitaira, oh.
One day me been a bamboo dam, and me see Sitaira lay down there, and me ask Sitaira what she do there. Sitaira ice up she belly good wine like a boxing good. Sitaira mo man day, oh Sitaira mo man day. Sitaira mo man day, oh Sitaira mo man day.
Sunday morning I was passing, and me see Sitaira lay down there, and me ask Sitaira what she do there. Sitaira ice up she belly good wine like a boxing good. Sitaira mo man day, oh Sitaira mo man day. Sitaira mo man day, oh Sitaira mo man day. Shame, 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 Sitaira, shame, 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 Sitaira, shame, 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 Sitaira, oh.
One day me been a wakana, and me see Sitaira pon the dam, and me ask Sitaira what she do there. Sitaira ice up she belly good wine like a boxing board. Sitaira mo man day, oh Sitaira mo man day. Sitaira mo man day, oh Sitaira mo man day.
One day me been a wakana, and me see Sitaira on the down, and me ask Sitaira what she do there. Sitaira ice up she belly good wine like a boxing board. Sitaira mo man day, oh Sitaira mo man day. Sitaira mo man day, oh Sitaira mo man day.
Sitaira
Mo man day.
There and fabricate that. Unless you say who the person is, I can't comment on anonymous people.
Okay, well, let's talk about specific individuals. What is your relationship with Mr. Su Jurong?
Su? Oh, Su? My relationship? There and fabricate that. Unless you say who the person is, I can't comment on anonymous people.
Okay, well, let's talk about specific individuals. What is your relationship with Mr. Su Jurong?
Su? Oh, Su?
Hey fans, it's karaoke and oldies night this and every Thursday at Club Twilight Sideline Dam, Buxton. Dance to the magical songs of yesteryear by popular DJs and Camps Audio. Admission is free. Come out, let's make memories at Club Twilight Sideline Dam, Buxton North.
There and fabricate that. Unless you say who the person is, I can't comment on anonymous people.
Okay, well, let's talk about specific individuals. What is your relationship with Mr. Su Jurong?
Su? Oh, Su? My relationship? Nothing. He's a tenant in my place, yeah.
So if I got children, I must suffer them to take what I don't want to eat for myself. That is totally wrong.
What?
And the parents got to stand up.
Rhonda, really thank you for taking time out. I'm not going to let you go now. I know you're a very brave person. You're out there in front of GCOM. We're not seeing a lot of people out there, but give us an update on the protest every week in front of GCOM.
Tuesday we had 8 persons. Sexually.
One second, Rhonda. I kind of like, honestly, I like that laugh. I'm going to rephrase, I'm going to ask the question again. And
man, don't make me laugh, man. I tell you.
Rhonda, one second. One second, Rhonda. I'll ask you the question again. Rhonda, can you give us an update on the protest in front of GCOM?
Man, he has 8 persons at the protest.
Oh, I almost got caught off guard. Let me just say good evening, all you beautiful folks who are watching this program, or maybe you are listening wherever you are. Those of you who are in Guyana, we just want to say good night to all of you, the folks in Blackbush Polder, the folks out in Linden, the folks in Georgetown, the folks all over Guyana, and outside of Guyana, if you're watching, let me just say it's really nice to be back with you guys. It's a pleasure. I must take this time out to apologize for those of you who didn't know that I was away and you had to be informed by someone else. It's okay. Sometimes we do make those mistakes. And in retrospect, I should have, we should have at 107.1 FM say that I was going to be away for just a couple of days. So I am back. And if you guys don't understand me, it's okay. You can just possibly go on to somebody else that you can understand. I don't know if many of you probably listened to the Tried Winds, and the Tried Winds spoke about people like me, Guyanese. You just go into people's country for just a couple days, and you just got a bloody accent. And there is no way that I'm just going to get away with this accent overnight. It's going to be with me for quite a long time. So you guys just bear up with me. It's a typical Guyanese. It's a typical Guyanese thing that you just pop into a country for a couple of days and you come back and here it is I am. I've been trying to get away of this. It's just not going anywhere. Anyways, I don't want to waste time explaining myself. You guys understand that it's a Guyanese thing. We just go, and even if it's 1 hour we spend somewhere, it is us. It is just who we are. Anyways, what's happening in Guyana? It's Emancipation Day. And I've got to take a break, guys. I really have to take a break. And I'll be right back with more of Straight Up on 107.1 FM.
Sit there and fabricate that. Unless you say who the person is, I can't comment on anonymous people.
Okay, well, let's talk about specific individuals. What is your relationship with Mr. Sujurong?
Su? Oh, Su? My relationship? Nothing. He's a tenant in my place, yeah.
And he's a good friend of yours?
Yes.
A good friend of her, a good friend of hers, a good friend of him. Oh, yes, he was chuckling. He was puzzled. He didn't know what to say. But we've got to continue to remind the nation about Sue. It is the biggest sort of, possibly the biggest sort of corruption in Guyana, where you have someone who sits there disguising himself as a vice president, when in fact he should be just one of maybe 2 vice presidents. He is not the main vice president. And we continue to make these errors upon errors upon errors. Barrett Jagdeo should not be called the vice president. He might be the second. If they say the second vice president, then we can understand, even though they have been put into office under questionable circumstances. So we understand that. But we've got to correct this sort of error, and we constantly make the error. Members of the media themselves fall trap. They fall prey into that that PPP trap, into describing Barra Jagdeo as the vice president of Guyana. Barra Jagdeo is not the vice president of Guyana. He is, and according to the PPP, that is, he is the second vice president. The first vice president happens to be that Paku, Mark Phillips. And Mark Phillips, of course, you know what he is, just that, a Paku. And these are the sort of individuals, these Pakus are out there pretending as though they're celebrating Emancipation Day. Let me ask you, while some of you share the link, and a lot of folks might not know that I'm back. Yes, I am back, and forget about that accent. That wasn't me at all. You know, it just wasn't me. But on a serious note, what exactly are you guys? What exactly are African Guyanese celebrating? We are told that it's Emancipation Day in Guyana, but what exactly is it to celebrate? Other than, of course, pay homage to our African ancestors who built the entire 83, so to speak, 83,000 square miles, and everything that you see there, the foundation was already laid for others to come and lay claim and enjoy the luxury many are enjoying today. Unfortunately, what exactly are we celebrating? If you guys in the audience can tell me what is there to celebrate, to say to somebody, whether it's Hazel Johnson, whether it is Victorino, whoever it is, what exactly, when you say to your neighbor who may be of African descent, when you say Happy Emancipation Day, what are you happy about? Are you happy about extrajudicial killing? Are you happy about the rampant corruption in the Guyana police force? Are you happy about soldiers being involved, and probably nothing new, but they're being exposed now? Pounds upon pounds of marijuana and all manner of things, And those are just the small fries in the Guyana Defense Force, you know. Ask yourselves this question. What about the big boys in the Guyana Defense Force? If the little ones are getting are trying a thing, because you know when the PPP was installed, some of you in the audience, or maybe not, you know, watching right now, but there was this saying in Guyana, Moniga Mek. What Moniga Mek? Now they're bawling. The same set of people who are saying Moniga Mek are possibly bawling down right now because they want a change of government. They're seeing the corruption. It is rampant. Guyana has no police force. When you see the corruption, the level of corruption in the Guyana police force, you have to ask yourself this question. Who is there to protect and serve you, the people of Guyana? If the Guyana police force seem, not all of them, I'm not painting all of them with the same brush, mind you, but if you have the majority of the senior police officers are corrupt, then how can you have confidence to sit and allow them to protect and serve you? They're not going to protect and serve you. They are protecting and serving the hooligans of Guyana, the political hooligans, those who are in business, as so-called business people, those who are laundering money, those who are smuggling gold out of the country, those who are into all manner of nefarious activities. Those are the individuals that members of the Guyana Police Force, senior members of the Guyana Police Force, are protecting. And let me just make this lucidly clear that I'm not painting all of the members of the Guyana Police Force with the same brush. Not at all. There are still some good ones, and those good ones are quiet. And why are they quiet? I don't know as yet. But let me say good night to all of you who are now joining us again. Thank Thank you so much for sharing the link, guys. And for those of you who missed me, I must say that I missed you guys too. Some of you guys sometimes get tickled, and some of you guys, your bumps raise, and some of you guys attempt to make my bumps raise too. But it is all in the family, if you ask me. All right, there's some things that I want to deal with tonight, but let me ask you guys on this Emancipation Day, look the type of individuals who claim to be your leaders, claim to be standing up and celebrating, quote unquote, celebrating emancipation. Let me say this to you: our ancestors, our African ancestors, probably and most likely are turning in their graves right now because the quality of representation that is out there, particularly coming from the PPP regime, it leaves a lot to be desired. And a lot of us are ashamed of the sort of African representation in Guyana, mainly from the PPPC. How does this look? You guys tell me. Seriously, take a look at this. Take a look at this outfit. These are the individuals who are parading in mainly African Guyanese community, pretending as though they are African leaders. They have destroyed, they have done everything to destroy the African Guyanese, the African Guyanese community all across Guyana. But when you take a look at these pacus, God in heaven knows what he's wearing. And don't ask me if it's back to front, right to front. Don't ask me how he likes to wear these things looking like, you know what? You know, some of us probably as youngsters gone to the store, we shame to buy it for our female relatives. We don't want to buy it. But this thing here is not ashamed to wear it, not ashamed to wear it. You guys can comment on what you think it is that he is wearing back to the front. Back to the front. Turn it around, twist it around, put it on. And this is the sort of African representation they're talking about. A mockery, guys. Shame and a disgrace. The PPP regime. Now, back to these pacus, these pados. Pad. This guy is somebody's pad. Padna. All right, this is a true definition when the guy say, "Hey, wampad, padna, wampad, na." Right? A disgrace to the African race, indeed. But moving away from that, look at what they're doing. They're parading around in African communities. They're dishing out what is called cash grants because they get the hundreds of millions of dollars. 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 Somebody's saying, hey, Mark, you're jealous. How could I be jealous of Padna? How could I be jealous of Padna? D. Isaac. Whoever D. Isaac. Mark, stop. You're just jealous. Now, let me say this to you, D. Isaac. You would never, ever see me in something like this. Never. Never. Ever see me in something dressed up like this padna. Never. Who wears something like that? Who? And is it something like this I going to be jealous of? Something like that? Ting-a-ling-a-ling, school bell ring, knife and fork, right? Something like this? I, Mark Anthony Benchard, gonna be jealous of? You wouldn't even see me. I wouldn't even wear this as a night clothing. I wouldn't even wear this, even if I have nothing to wear, you wouldn't even see me wearing this. I rather run naked than to wear something like this. Not me, ting-a-ling-a-ling, school, right? What a shame and a disgrace. Anyways, let's move away from Padna. So what the PPP is doing, they go into predominantly African Guyanese communities across Guyana, and they're giving out pittances. They're giving out, look, $34 million in government grants were presented to several African organizations from across the country. $34 million. So if you get 30 African communities across Guyana, some of their cronies and so forth, they catch them and give them a little $500,000. Sorry about that, guys. You catch them, you give them a little crumbs, and they take a picture, and they feel nice. $34 million divided probably by 50. 50 organizations. And guess what? They give them 100,000, they give them 200,000 Guyana dollars, which is about 500 US, 600 US, 700 US. They take a quick picture, and these guys are happy with what they're seeing. Happy with what they're seeing. I noticed somebody talking about Hope Tongue. What y'all want to hear about Hope Tongue? They gave the people no hope. There's no hope for the people in Hope Tongue. But yet, Irfan Ali and them rushed into Hope Tongue, pretending that they're offering some sort of hope to the people. What a shame and a disgrace. The PPP they have none of that. None whatsoever. All right, if you're now joining me, welcome to Straight Up. It's the 1st of August, and it's Emancipation Day. And the question is, what is there? What are we emancipated about? There's no jobs. There's no contracts. There is nothing. Extrajudicial killings, all manner of things, persecution, padded voters list. And speaking of persecution, what's going on with these folks? Can somebody tell me? Political interference in this case, all sort of jiggery-pokery in this case that's been going on for over 3+ years. Over 3 years it's been going on, and no justice for these people. The trial just started, and guess what? It's a comedy show. It's a carnival. It's a circus, because the so-called government, they have nothing. They have no evidence at all. They're prolonging this case. They're dragging it along. They're pussyfooting around. They're persecuting these people, all because they want to make it appear that the PPP, that they are in office legitimately. They are not. They have corrupted the process. They have rigged the elections with their friends, and they have been installed. And they're using these individuals. Guess what? They're using them as baits to make it appear, again, I'll say, to make it appear as if it is just some sort of real rigging. There wasn't. They have no evidence. I repeat, they have absolutely no evidence against these people, none whatsoever. And so they get their ministers and so forth going into the courtroom and just gaff, as though you're drinking some rum. So you're drinking some rum and you go into a courtroom and you just gaffing. Oh, I heard this body said that. I heard this body shout this. I heard this body shout that. And all that is what's happening in the courtroom. No real evidence at all. Nothing. And we can't sit down as a people and allow the corrupt PPP regime to continue to persecute Guyanese, persecute innocent people. And that is why I'm saying that this has been going on for too long. The PPP needs to be exposed even more. The opposition, they need to fight even more. This is not just about going around, run around, take a little picture and dab it up, or run around holler, but better must come. If better must come, you must fight for better. You must fight for good days. You just can't say echoing, but better must come, better must come, better must come. Better wouldn't come unless you put up a struggle for betterment of any country. And this is not laughing at anybody and the motto, the better must come motto or whatever. It is not knocking at them, because you cannot have a corrupt system out of office without any proper confrontation, political confrontation, mass protest, and these sort of things. That is how you get betterment. You don't get betterment through song bites. And now back to that. No shades thrown there at all. I'm being plain spoken. Now, 61 dead voters, and the PPP is comfortable with that. 4,864 absent voters, and the PPP is comfortable with that. 150 stuffed ballot boxes, and the PPP is comfortable with that. 47 ballot boxes without documents, and the PPP is comfortable with that. 1,278 missing oaths of identity, and guess what? The PPP is comfortable with that. And not only are they comfortable with that, they are comfortable persecuting these people and others. to make it, as again, as I've said earlier, to make it appear that there was some sort of political interference, some sort of jiggery pokery, and as though these people committed some crime. There is absolutely no evidence, as I repeat, absolutely no evidence against these people. Lowenfield, Roxanne Myers, Mr. Mingo, and the others who were wrongfully charged. The PPP bunks up and they had a fake commission of inquiry. The commission of inquiry wasted hundreds of millions of Guyana dollars that was actually given to their friends and cronies to make it appear that there was something sinister on the part of these folks, these elections officers, in the 2020 elections. There's no evidence. And let me ask you guys this simple question. Do you remember every single minute during the 2020 elections or after the elections, they were saying they want to see the PNC, the APNU, AFC statement of polls, statement of polls. When was the last time did you guys hear about statement of polls? When was the last time you guys hear them talk or call for statement of polls? Nothing of the sort, because they are well aware. I repeat, they are well aware that if the statement of polls were opened in the court during the elections petitions, it would have revealed that the PPP rigged the 2020 elections and attempted to throw the stains on these individuals. It's as though they did something wrong. Now, if these people did something wrong, how come we're not seeing the evidence? How come we're not hearing about the evidence? Yet this Paku Barajagdeo, on the matter that is supposed to be sub judice, meaning it is before the court and you just got to shh. But the Tanti Merle Barajagdeo doesn't know how to keep his mouth shut. And I'm not going to go down no route to ask whether he knows to keep anything shut or not, because it's not my business. But what I'm talking about is that he doesn't know how to keep his mouth shut when it comes to pushing it into things that he should not. That sounds kind of funny. I will rephrase that. That he puts his mouth into court matters. And so with this particular case, the elections petition, the elections case, he keeps pushing his mouth, licking his way into it and attempting to corrupt the process by intimidating the magistrate, intimidating judges and so forth and so on. That is what this goon does. That is what this Nimakaram, this Katahar, that is what he does whenever he doesn't get his way, to basically attempt to intimidate individuals. It is as though he owns Guyana. It is as though somebody for him for 400 years, slave, work for free. For 400 plus years, work for free, no reparation, no nothing. Died and will Guyana to him. Put his name, Barat Ububu Babubu Jagdeo, and gave Guyana to him. And everybody now are the servants of this baboon. That is how he's behaving. But no, not in 2024, guys. Not in 2024. You guys sit down for too long and allow this Mimakaram to behave as though he owns Guyana and that people ought to be afraid of him. No. Let me repeat. This time in a long time. This time in a long time. And I'm not sure. I've heard something to the effect that he is planning on coming to the United States of America. I don't know whether he's planning to come to the United States of America. I don't know if there's any meetings. I don't know what's going on. People say that they heard that he was coming to New York today. No. They'll be hearing these things. But he's not coming. He's not showing up. The guy is in hiding. That is what's happening. He is in hiding, but he stays behind his desk at his so-called press conference and pretends that he knows it all. And so he talks about the judiciary, he attacks the judges, he attacks the magistrates. But when he does that, those punks in the Guyana Barbecue Association, they don't issue press release to call on people to respect the judiciary and respect judges and so forth. They don't do that at all in the Guyana Barbecue Association. And now, many of you don't know, but let me just make this clear. The Guyana Bar Association is not a legal entity. It's not a constitutional body. It's a private organization. I repeat, the Guyana Bar Association is a private organization. And so that private organization, majority of the members belong to the PPP. And so whenever it is something that doesn't make the PPP look good, guess what? The Guyana Barbecue, the members, the rum-sucking members of the Guyana Barbecue organization, they step out in order to issue some statement to make it appear that they are professional and they want to maintain that professionalism by lawyers and the legal fraternity and all manner of things. That is not so. They are pro-PPP, they are anti-Guyanese, and that is what they are. It's not a constitutional body. It's just a private entity. They have no say. They have absolutely nothing. So they can go to hell. It's just like the private sector commission that is controlled by the PPP, a bunch of vampires, a bunch of blood suckers sucking the blood of the Guyanese people. That's what they are. So don't take those organizations seriously, at least not under the PPP administration. And Christopher Chichester, you are correct. The Guyana Bar Association is a private organization. It is a private entity that has absolutely no power, none whatsoever. Unlike, let's say, the New York Bar Association. Now we're talking about Bar Association, right? Or the Boston or the Massachusetts Bar Association, the Florida Bar Association, the Philadelphia Bar Association. That is what. So the Guyana Bar Association has no power. In fact, the Camp Street Bar Association has more power. The Lusignan Bar Association, meaning the prison association, got more power than the Guyana Bar Association. So ignore those pacus when they speak. They just speak, they want to sound nice, want to sound as though they're bright. But some of those lawyers, you see them in a courtroom, you swear to God, you want to know what kind of school, what kind of law school they graduated from. All right, enough of those barbecue people. Just, barbecue. Speaking of barbecue, Cuba, the guy not in Cuba, the guy in Haiti comes to mind. That's why I paused for a moment, right? Yeah. Anyways, good night again. My name is Mark Benchop. It's the 1st of August, 2024. What time is it? It's 40 minutes after 9 o'clock. I'm thinking of whether I should just cut off at 10 o'clock and just leave you guys, or just stay for 2 hours. I don't know. But looking at this thing here, we got to remove this thing from the screen. Makes absolutely no sense. Now we understand how padded the voters list is. Again, I repeat, now we understand how padded the voters list is. Now let's get to another issue here that I want to deal with. Remember, Jack, was it Irfan Ali who said they're going to create 50,000 jobs in Guyana? Ask Irfan Ali, let them break it down, or maybe Wayne Caesar can break it down. He's supposed to be the numbers guy. They can break things down. Let us see where 2,000 jobs created in Linden or Region 10, 5,000 jobs in Region 2, 300 jobs in Region 1, 4,000 jobs in Region 6. Let us see the data that will prove that the PPP under Irfan Ali, the installed PPP regime under Irfan Ali, has created 50,000 jobs. Now, if 50,000 jobs were created, where are those jobs? Why is it that thousands upon thousands of people are unemployed, mainly young people? The kids who are out of university can't get jobs. There's nothing to do other than if they get a little raise from some of their relatives overseas. to open some dog food business or to start some small business or whatever, selling Pulori, because Pulori seemed to be a business where you make a heck of a lot of money, or black pudding or whatever. Outside of that, there's nothing. There's no evidence of job creation under the PPP regime. There is no evidence where the 50,000 jobs, where are those 50,000 jobs? Can somebody find them? Carl Miller or any one of you in the audience, can you guys find it? Can you guys find it? Robin Pang said the evidence must be presented to the public can see. I don't care about the judge. All right, don't care, Robin. Okay, good night, guys. Jennifer Douglas, how are you doing? Where are those jobs? Hazel Johnson is saying 10 days worker, 10 day workers, 10 days, 10 days. Is that job creation? But here's the point I want to make though. 50,000 jobs. We can't find the jobs. You guys remember small days growing up? Something of the sort, you said, something away there in the nose, old Bengali, or something like that. I don't know. It's been so long, guys. I'm getting up there. But there was something where all I remember is in your nose, old Bengali. So where are those 50,000 jobs here, finale? Those 50,000 jobs, since they're nowhere to be seen, there is no evidence of 50,000 jobs. Those 50,000 jobs Irfan Ali is talking about, it must be up in his nosehole Bengali. How many of you guys remember that? In your nosehole Bengali. Or they got another song about Aska Bite. It must be there right beside Aska Bite. Right there, right. That's where it's probably, because there's no jobs. There's nothing. If you think, you can ask, what is it? Is it this young lady? You can ask her. She's somewhere in Georgetown. Just ask her. She'll tell you.
Oh, Jesus Christ. If cost of living double, I don't know what happened. A pound of sugar is $300 already. Flour, everything gone up. Everything just raising. You got to get about $40,000 for buy good ration. You got to get 3 man now. A weekend man, a monthly man, and a fortnight man.
Where are those jobs? Irfan Ali, where are those jobs? Anybody in the audience, whether you're PPPite, whatever, where are those jobs, guys? Come on, I'm gonna look there. Where are those jobs? It's gotta be in Irfan Ali's nosehole Bengali. I don't know who came up with that, but it sounds funny now. It's up in your nosehole Bengali. Desiree Chapman, thank you so much. Let me just put things aside to say thank you, Desiree Chapman, for that. It's up in your nosehole Bengali, right? Chapman and all those people stay up after 2 in the morning on weekdays, weeknights, to watch Straight Up. 2 o'clock in the morning. 2 o'clock in the morning. Gosh, thank you so much, guys, out there in the UK. I'll talk about the UK some other time, but had a wonderful time there. Wonderful time. The occasion was basically to celebrate or to be there on this auspicious occasion. And there it is, to celebrate or to be there with Ryan Anthony Benshab, got his master's there at Oxford University. Very few of those who look like Ryan graduated. Very few, probably about 3 or 4 of the hundreds. But anyways, for those who sent out their greetings, we are very thankful. We're grateful. He had full support. All of his siblings and everyone, his parents, his relatives, his friends, they were all there. But moving away from that, the jobs, right? Back to the jobs. Check this out, guys. This got me puzzled. And I wanted to ask Wayne Caesar, maybe a couple of you as well, to find out about this here. Find out about this here. Take a look, please. Because it's like I still can't catch myself. I still can't. Listen to this, guys. It says here, Guyana's first diaspora job fair in the United States hopes to fill 100,000 vacancies. Are you guys listening? Are you guys listening to the propaganda? The propaganda, guys, the propaganda. 100,000 vacancies. Now the question is, this is the propaganda newspaper now run by, who is it? Every single pro PVP thing you're gonna see in this paper is the Caribbean Life. You know, you just walk around a street corner in Brooklyn, and you pick up the Caribbean Life. And this is an article, well, if you want to call it an article or a promotion, written by Tantrine Clark. And the headline is so misleading. The headline is so propagandist in nature. Listen, Guyana's first diaspora job fair in the US hopes to fill 100,000 vacancies. 100. They're coming out of Guyana, guys. You don't create jobs, you don't find jobs for people in Guyana. As the people in Guyana, you don't find jobs for them in Guyana. The banners them in Alboistong, in Linden, Mackenzie, Wisma, Ituni, Kokwani, Rupununi, Bartica, Blackbush, Skeldon, all over the quarantine, West Coast, Barbies, Hopetown. You don't find jobs for those folks in Guyana. You live in Guyana. You're going and rent a big fancy hotel, as some folks would say. Hotel. Big fancy hotel, right? Isaac Davis. Good night to you, sir, and your family. Hotel, big fancy hotel in Queens, right? Big fancy hotel where they give the money to their friends and their cronies. And the people of Guyana don't have jobs. But you left till in Guyana, Robert Montgomery Passad, left till out in Guyana to come to America. He said that y'all creating 100,000 jobs, Bonita Montague, the 100,000 jobs. It's a propaganda. It's a political propaganda. Charity begins at home. Wouldn't you agree with me? You don't have to be a supporter of the PPP to disagree with me. No, because the people of Port Morant might be asking the question, we need jobs at Port Morant. The people at Manchester Village under quarantine might be saying, we just need jobs. The people at Philippi might be asking, what's going on with me? The people at Alnis, the people at Little India, Little Africa in Corriverton are asking the same question. The people in Blackbush, Pola, Lesbiola, Maibikuri, wherever, are asking the same questions. What about Abidis? What about us? What happened? Goat bite me? Definitely they're asking that question. And so we've got to be careful, guys, with the propaganda. The elections around the corner. And so every single day is propaganda upon propaganda upon propaganda upon propaganda by the PPP. So this here got me smiling. Take another look at it carefully. Take 30 seconds. Good. So this is what we're looking. This is the propaganda. This is how they spend money. This is how they waste money. They don't care about the people of Guyana. 100,000 jobs, vacancies. They're looking for hire people from outside Guyana. And inside Guyana, they got no goddamn jobs for the people. People are punishing every single day. People are complaining. Our young people are complaining. Our middle-aged people are complaining. Our older folks like Bonita Montague and Denise Booker and who else? And the others, let we go. And all of these people are complaining. Who are they fooling? And so the propaganda news from the, the Caribbean Life. This is a hatch job on the part of the PPP regime. Propaganda. It's just propaganda. That is what it is. Propaganda, Lita Bastille. It's propaganda. Don't fall for the propaganda. Story done. Don't fall for the propaganda. Speaking of propaganda now, look, I am somewhat disappointed. Listen to this. Listen to this thing here. Listen to this song. Listen to it.
Watch out, the man. Having a comfy stress, man. See? And when you look at the road, man, and the road built properly, all those have been original appear on the seminar see. Lord of mercy. Now you be man. Because the PPP. Lord of them do things for we. They want me tell them start them on the PPP. Lord of them do things for we. Lord of mercy. Come here, no one PNC, you know, for vex with me. But I want the URP for vex with me. But I want no AFC, you know, for vex with me. But I want no AP and U for vex with me. Because the PPP and them are build it properly. They make sure we get money, yes, plenty. Look at the road. The people say it's fancy. Lord, because the PPP and them are take care of me. Because they put what me have, yes, PP.
Now, how could they do that? They catch a banner. Look, this is not knocking the artist or anything. But the man singing a song and he looking like he catching fits. He looking like he catching fits. And this is not being disrespectful. I don't know who wrote that song. I don't know. But obviously it's propaganda. We're speaking of propaganda. More and more propaganda. The man that's singing there, and you could tell like somebody there behind him with like a gun, and the gun is pointing at him, and they're forcing him to sing and dance. Take a look at the dance and understand what I'm talking about.
Watch out, the man. Having a comfy stress, man. See? And when you look at the road, man, and the road built properly, all those have been original appear on the seminar see. Lord of mercy. Now you be man. Because the PPP, Lord of them do things for we. They want me tell them start them on the PPP. Lord of them do things for we. Lord of mercy. Come here, no one PNC, you know, for vex with me. But I want the URP for vex with me. But I want no AFC, you know, for vex with me. But I want no AP and U for vex with me. Because the PPP and them are build it properly. They make sure we get money, yes, plenty. Look at the road. The people say it's fancy. Lord, because the PPP and them are take care of me.
The favorite part of this here is when he said, look at the road. You know, I don't know about you guys if you listen to Baby Skello and Chinima when they sing. I mean, let me not knock the brother. This may surprise you guys though. That singer who collected some money from the PPP, you could tell that he was forced to do that. You can obviously tell that he was forced to do that. How many of you guys know that? How many of you guys know that he's the guy who sang this song? It may surprise you, huh?
Basement level vibes with another one, straight up blackness. Who tell the truth? Mark Benskop, defend the ghetto youth. Mark Benskop, radio station is the fruit. Mark Benskop, straight up from the root. Mark Benskop, who tell the truth? Mark Benskop, defend the ghetto youth. Mark Benskop, radio station is the fruit. Mark Benskop, straight up from the root. Mark Benskop, I do it for the love, him not do it for no money. Straight up, him attack, educating everybody. Big up my friends and big up my family. Turn on the radio, catch the vibes, it's integrity. Straight up, Benskop stands for unity. One people, one nation, one destiny. Free up the truth in the air, even the blind can see.
Somebody telling me that I lie, man. But look, it is what it is. Life is what it is. And then after that, let's take a look at the roads, right? And look at them roads. This is what you call in development. Eh? This is corruption, guys. Corruption upon corruption upon corruption. That is what it is. So y'all gotta tell that youngster that dancing there and doing anything. Y'all gotta tell him what's going on. And then right after he got paid to do that song for the PPP, guess what he come out with? He come out with another song right after that. Hey, y'all think Guyana is a real place? Listen to the song that he came right after doing that propaganda work. Take a listen, please, guys.
Economic opportunity. That is the black man reality. Looking for a work. The boss man said, oh, if not have no vacancy. Black people qualify and them broken. Victimization in the system. 400 years black people forsaken. In every black community is the same thing. That can be changed when you're in a start thinking. Put down the glass with the rum when you're drinking. The same battle you fighting, me fighting. Good over evil, God over sin.
Okay, so in this song, he says, take off the chains, take off the chains. No economic opportunity, guys. No economic opportunity, none whatsoever. Racial discrimination and all manner of things he's singing in the song right after this song, right after this propaganda work. Take a listen.
Watch on the man. How many come for stress, man? See? And when you look at the road, man, and the road built properly, all those have been vigilant appear on the seminar see. Lord of mercy. Now you be man. Because the PPP. Lord of them a do things for we. They want me tell them start them on the PPP. Lord of them a do things for we. Lord of mercy. Come here, no one PNC, you know, for vex with me. But I want the URP for vex with me. But I want no AFC, you know, for vex with me. But I want no AP and you for vex with me. Because the PPP and them a build it properly. They make sure we get money, yes, plenty. Look at the road. The people say it's fancy. Lord, because the PPP and them a take care of me. Because the boots what me have is PPP.
Here what happened. He said the boots that he have, and then when he looked down, his sandals. That is high-class robbery. Because when you think the PPP giving you something, they ain't giving you nothing. Imagine the man in the song said the boots what he have, and when he looked down on his feet, it gone. It mash up with the tin concrete. I gotta sing a song like that. I punish the PPP, I punish we, right? Basil Bradshaw. How many of you guys remember that song? I could come out with a song, sit up on the rhythm and we sit down steady. PPP, I punish everybody with tin road and marking coming and all kind of thing. Them a thing pun we, them a punish we from a man in noon and night. Get we drinking black tea with knife and there's something about this guy. We know, guys, again, we know that it's propaganda. We know that he collect a little fine change and he just sing. He make a mockery out of them because he knows what he's singing there, that it makes absolutely no sense. And if they paid him more than 75,000 Guyana dollars, which is about 350 US, that's a heck of a lot. I doubt they paid this brother sufficient money. They probably owe him too. They took advantage of this guy. It's a human rights violation. And some of these PPP pacos are proud. They're sharing it. Ramson, what's his name? Charles Ramson Jr. sharing it on his page. They're happy because they think that, look, we catch it. They catch a castet and, like you throw it and you catch a hassa. So they catch a hassa. The hassa singing on the roads and nice. Oi. Look how the boots, them give me the boots. Look, funny thing is one rusty sandals the brother get on. The brother pants didn't even get no belt. And I'm not laughing at the individual. I'm just not doing that. But there's no evidence of betterment. There's no evidence of progress. I'm not saying progress is shoes and belt and pants and these things. We can see that the PPP took advantage of that guy. We can see somebody should file something at the Ethnic Relations Commission because that is what they did. They took advantage of this brother. And if he's watching right now, we can offer a word of prayer for this brother. They took advantage of him. Take a look. You could the pain in my heart. Seriously, guys.
Watch on the man. Having a comfy stress, man. See? And when you look at the road, man, and the road built properly, all those have been original appear on the seminar see. Lord of mercy. Now you be man. Because the PPP. Lord of them a do things for we. They want me tell them start them on the PPP. Lord of them a do things for we. Lord of mercy. Come here, no want PNC, you know, for vex with me. But I want the URP for vex with me. But I want no AFC, you know, for vex with me. But I want no AP and U for vex with me. Because the PPP and them a build it properly. They make sure we get money, yes, plenty. Look at the road. The people say it's fancy. Lord, because the PPP and them a take care of me. Because the boots what me have. This PPP, and the pass what me get on this PPP. I'll be trusting on the first man, this PPP. If they ask what me wear, this PPP. And the boxing on my hand, this PPP. And my pot and my plate, this PPP. And my house got for bill, this PPP. Some of the people while they listen, they too poverty. But I want nobody come try to come this way. I said, we got the President Ali. Look how the man doing thing for me. The Vice President Jackie, yo, look how the man doing thing for me. You know, Minister with Agile. Look how the man them a do thing for me.
Notice when he started to call, like when people catch an antabanta, he call in the name and he bend down and he's straining because, the truth can't, like if he drinks it up, Ali and Jack, I mean, look, I'm not laughing at a brother. We all understand. Look, I'm going to say this again. We all understand. We know what happened there. We know what happened there. The man singing the song, he got belly walk. And so he wasn't sincere about that at all. So Priya and all these people should be ashamed of sharing that because it makes no sense. It makes absolutely no sense, guys. I noticed some of you guys saying that he should get the award for tonight. I will save him from the award for tonight. I will save him. I just can't believe, and many of you can't believe, at least he did a better job with this here. I'll tell you guys this. This is one of his. He did a better job with this.
Basement level vibes with another one, straight up blackness. Aye, who tell the truth? Mark Benscop, defend the ghetto youth. Mark Benscop, radio station is the fruit. Mark Benscop, straight up from the root. Mark Benscop, who tell the truth? Mark Benscop, defend the ghetto youth. Mark Benscop, radio station is the fruit. Mark Benscop, straight up from the root. Mark Benscop, I do it for the love, him not do it for no money. Straight up, him attack, educating everybody. Big up my friends and big up my family. Turn on the radio, catch the vibes, it's integrity. Straight up, Benscop stands.
How many of you guys think that I should continue to play that on 107.1 FM? You can tell me. You can be straight up. We can talk. You can tell me. Continue to play it or not, Heather? How are you doing, Heather? Continue to play it or not, or what? Because we know what he did there is basically propaganda. Right? Propaganda, propaganda, propaganda. That is what it's about. Should I play that or not? Anyways, look, some people are saying keep it, keep it, keep it, throw it. This reminds of last time you hear them big people in another room talking about throw it. You want me throw it? It took me a while to realize what throw it means, right? Throw it? You want me throw it? Throw it? So you guys answer that. Throw it? You want me throw it? Me throw it one before, you know. Two me throw it now. You want me throw it three? So the question is, somebody said discontinue. They prefer to use the word discontinue than throw it. You want me throw it? I bet a lot of you guys don't know what I mean, throw it, right? You want me throw it? Right, Lily? Throw it? You throw it? Throw it? All right, guys, what else happening? What else happening? It's Emancipation in Guyana. Lots and lots of celebrations. They got the people out in the national park, and then the corrupt PPP regime, the racist PPP regime, try to divert and divide the African community in Guyana. You don't see them doing this in any other holidays, any other thing. They just don't do it. But the ICE pass persons of African descent, the ICE pass, they've gone beyond ICE pass. And, you know, they say there's another pass, RASS pass. That's what's happening right now. People of African descent are sitting down and accepting that sort of IPass. It's not that other folks are not being taken advantage of. Yes, the majority of Guyanese are taken advantage of. And at some point in time, it's got to stop. Don't you guys think? At some point in time, it has got to stop. All right, so Francis Edwards is saying yes, and I'm not sure if Francis Edwards is saying yes, Troyam or keep on. Troyam? You want me Troyam or you want me keep on? Me don't throw it three already, you know. All right, guys, it's 9 minutes. 9 minutes. Somebody saying Vibes Cartel is free. Vibes Cartel free. I don't know. You know, every time somebody walks out of that prison and they're free, and I see the jubilation and see these sort of things, you know, it brings back memories because I know what it's like to be free. I know after all those years, and especially on my part, solitary confinement. So I know what it's like to be free. The circumstances that Vibes Cartel and those guys, it's totally different, but I know what it's like to be free. And so I saw the footage of him and knocking this bottle of champagne and dig a kiss on his woman. All right, guys. So congratulations to the legitimate African organizations in Guyana who wanted to ensure they keep hope alive. The legitimate folks who turned out at Hope Town, not the propaganda that they try to spread with Irfan Ali, just hop into Hope Town and met with a couple of the sellouts there. Outside of that, there was celebration was good. I heard some folks out on the quarantine. One lady said that they got nothing, absolutely nothing from the corrupt PPP regime, which is your monies, right? Your tax dollars. They got nothing. The people of New Amsterdam did a good, there was a good turnout there. So congratulations to them. The people went out there in their numbers at the national park. Congratulations to them. The people in Buxton went out and they had their stuff going on. The leader of the opposition was there. Nigel Hughes was there. David Hines was there. Others were there. And I think kudos to those legitimate organizations. Outside of that, the PPP tried their thing. And they tried to basically go around in the African Guyanese communities, pretending as though that they are partners, that they are partners, and they're not. And the Guyanese people are smart enough to understand propaganda. They're smart enough to understand upside down outfits. They are smart enough to understand when they're being used. And they're smart enough to understand when they're being trapped, And this guy with one CXC subject, I believe he has, or maybe none, I don't know, is not smart enough, is not clever enough to go around trapping people at all. And so neither is Frank Anthony, the Minister of Health. You don't see these guys anywhere. The health system is in crisis. The health sector is in crisis there in Guyana. You see Ashney, you see Sonia, you see all these people parading around, and they're smiling. Do you see them? Let me ask you guys this. Do you see them in any other community across Guyana taking picture like this and put a little smile, raise a little freck, is that what they call it? A little freck in an envelope and draw a picture? No, they just do not do that at all. But they go into predominantly African Guyanese communities, and this is exactly what they do. To embarrass, to make it look as though to say to the others, look what go on with them. And look how I treat them. Look how them cheap. Look how them cheap. That is the only purpose of the PPP doing these things. But you don't see them in a predominantly East Indian Guyanese community doing this. They just do not do it. They go into predominantly African Guyanese community and they do this. They go into predominantly indigenous Guyanese communities and they do that. They give out a little boat engine and they're happy about it and they take picture, right? But they do not go in predominantly East Indian communities to do these sort of things. They just do not do it. They do not give other communities $34 million, which is crumbs. They give other communities hundreds of millions of dollars, but the African communities, between maybe 50 to 60 African organizations in Guyana, have to divide $34 million. And the corrupt PPP regime, they think that it is nice. So they're saying to you guys, look, here, today, a total, this is on the PPP's Facebook page. Today, we give out them people, we give them $34 million in government grants. And it was presented to several African organizations from across the country. But they're not going to tell you that the several is over maybe 50 something or whatever it is. And that several got to divide 34 million. So when you do the math, some of them end up with a little 50,000, a little 100,000, and this is how they're selling out members of their own communities. Shame on them. And look, your partner, they sit down with the partner short, sorry, pause for a moment. He sit down right there, Kwame, sit down right there with the part short. The part short. Shame on the PPP regime. Shame on them. All right, anything else before we go tonight? I don't know. Kamala seems to be doing really, really well. We're not hearing much from Trump. Trump seemed to gone in his nest. He cuckoos, he's jumping. All he could talk about is race. Whether she's African American, whether she's Indian, whatever, race. But what we do know is that Kamala Harris is beating him by far. And so he's quiet, he's nervous, his bumps raising, he get jittery. All right, anything else before we go? I noticed the Deputy Mayor of Linden is on with us, Dominic Blair. Good night to you, sir. Private citizens or private residents in Linden doing their thing, cleaning up around the market area, Mackenzie Market, around the roadways. These are things that the City Council of Linden should be doing. But because the corrupt PPP regime doesn't give them the money, that's what's happening. The corrupt PPP regime doesn't give them the money. The same the corrupt PPP regime does in Linden. They do not give them the money. Anyways, it's a pleasure. I'm glad that I'm back with you guys. I'll be back tomorrow. Same place, same time, right here on 107.1 FM. I'm trying to think, other than the other things that we spoke about tonight, if there's any other thing, well, Venezuela, mind you, corruption, rigged elections. And guess who jumped out and congratulated that madman Maduro in Venezuela? I know Francine Cruz and all of them, the socialist band of people. Not that I have anything against socialism, but that crackpot guy from St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Ralph Gonzalez, said that the people of Venezuela spoke and they elected the leader. That guy is he's a real example of a political prostitute, a political whore. That is what he is, nothing else. He's a ASS liquor, political liquor. I don't know how the people elect these swines as leaders, swines as president. And if you ask me, is he a swine? He is more than a swine. I hope God, very soon, I hope to God that the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines vote him out of office, and his entire family and friends. His son is the Minister of Finance and all manner of things. Corruption is rampant in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Rampant. Anyways, my name is Mark Bensharp. I'll be back tomorrow. We leave you with some joke, right? You need some jokes, don't you? Oh, yeah. God bless you. And enjoy the rest of this Emancipation night. And let us salute our ancestors. A job well done, but we haven't picked up the torch. We haven't picked up the torch. Too much infighting, too much division, too much power struggle. And we just don't support each other. We just don't do that at all. I'll catch this guy and wake him up. And when I say wake him up, I know just bring back reality to him. And our folks must stop getting crumbs to embarrass themselves. God bless you. See y'all tomorrow.
Watch on the man. How when you come for stress, man? See? And when you look at the road, man, and the road built properly, all those have been vigilant appear with the 7 and see. Lord have mercy. Now you be man. Because the PPP. Lord of them do things for we. They want me tell them start them on the PPP. Lord of them do things for we. Lord of mercy. Come here, no one PNC, you know, for vex with me. But I want the URP for vex with me. But I want no AFC, you know, for vex with me. But I want no AP and you for vex with me. Because the PPP and them build it properly. They make sure we get money, yes, plenty. Look at the road. The people say it's fancy. Lord, because the PPP and them take care of me. Because they put what me have. This PPP, and they pass what me get on this PPP. I'll be trusting from the first man, this PPP. If they ask what me wear, this PPP. And they pass it on my hand, this PPP. And my pot, and my plate, this PPP. And my house got for bill, this Hawk 2. Watch on the man. How when you come for stress, man? See? And when you look at the road, man, and the road built properly, all the Hawk 2. Watch on the man. How when you come for stress, man? See? And when you look at the road, man, and the road built properly, all those have been vigilant appear with the 7 and see. Lord have mercy. Hawk 2.
There and fabricate that. Unless you say who the person is, I can't comment on anonymous people.
Okay, well, let's talk about specific individuals. What is your relationship with Mr. Su Jurong?
Su? Oh, Su? My relationship? Nothing. He's a tenant in my place, yeah.
Yeah, my name is Jacinty Caldata Francis Wakenham, and since 1965 I become a voter, and I always place my ex next to the cop, and what they are doing today, I can't take it. So I have no more vote to give to PPP anymore. I'm not going to vote anymore no more. If they have to lose by 1 vote, they're losing it by data. I have none.
Oh, Jesus Christ, if cost of living double, I don't know what happened. A pound of sugar is $300 already. flour, everything gone up. Everything just raising. You gotta get about $40,000 for buy good ration. You gotta get 3 man now. A weekend man, a monthly man, and a fortnight man.
How we gonna do a body man walk right now? You ready? Boxer, let me go now. Hear me sing now. Body walk, body walk, body walk, everything. Body walk, truck, body walk, body walk, body walk, everything. Body, listen. Body jump, body jump, body jump, everything. Body jump, body jump, body jump, body jump, everything. Hear me sing, so big body can wearing tight pants, big body.
One day me been a bamboo down, and me see Tyra lay down there, and me ask see Tyra what she do there. See Tyra ice up she belly good wine like a boxing good. See Tyra move and day, oh see Tyra move and day. See Tyra move and day, oh see Tyra move and day.
Sunday morning I was passing, and me see Tyra lay down there, and me ask see Tyra what she do there. See Tyra ice up she belly good wine like a boxing good. See Tyra move and day, oh see Tyra move and day. See Tyra move and day, oh see Tyra move and day. Shake, 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 Tyra, shake, 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 Tyra, shake, 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 Tyra, oh.
One day me been a wakana, and me see Tyra pon the down, and me ask see Tyra what she do there. See Tyra ice up she petticoat wine like a boxing board. See Tyra move and day, oh see Tyra move and day. See Tyra move and day, oh see Tyra move and day.
One day me been a wakana, and me see Tyra on the down, and me ask see Tyra what she do there. See Tyra ice up she petticoat wine like a boxing board. See Tyra move and day.